Hey guys, Duncan here. Let's talk NBA All-Star Game. First and foremost, please subscribe to the channel, like the videos, comment down below in the box, and hit that bell for notifications. So let's talk NBA All-Star. Here's my predictions as to who should be on the roster. So, point guard, let's start in the West. Here's your starting point guard. I believe should be Steph Curry. Stephon Curry, whatever. Um, we all know Curry's one of the best shooters. He's outstanding point guard. Period. One of the best. And he's very popular. He's on one of the best teams. When most people think about who the better point guard is in the West, they're going to think of Curry. So let's talk about his backups. I believe Westbrook is definitely definitely probably the number 2 point guard. Russell Westbrook, his ability to score, to pass, to get a triple double, that's an outstanding choice as a backup point guard. Now, as the third point guard, I believe it's CP3. It's Chris Paul. Okay, Chris Paul went to the Rockets. He's had a sensational season. He's only getting better with age. Not really, but he's still very much having a great season in Houston. So there's my starting point guards in the West. In the East, I believe the point guards might be a little bit better. Okay, the starting point guard for me in the East is Akabatuko, or whatever you say his name is. That dude is an all-round point guard. He's big, he's strong, he blocks shots, passes, scores. He's an all-out great point guard. His backup is Kyle Irving. We already know what he's capable of for his years in Cleveland. We already know. My cats are going crazy. The third point guard on the East, I believe, is Kyle Lowry. So there's your point guards on both sides. I think the East has a little bit better in the point guard position. Shooting guard position now. Let's talk. Here's the West. In the West, I got Paul George, of course, James Harden, and Butler. The scoring on that, come on, that is an amazing. Jimmy Butler as your third option, James Harden as your backup with Paul George as your starter. That's a very solid shooting guard. In the East, I have Oladipo, who's having an insane season in Indiana. I got DeMarcus DeRozan, who of course is putting up monster numbers in Toronto. And, the third option was a little tough. But for me, since LeBron is the one picking the team, I think he's going to throw in a known teammate, somebody he can count on, like a Kyle Korver. Okay, somebody who's going to drain threes like there's no tomorrow. I can see that. That shooting guard position, though, I strongly give that to the West. I think the three guys that the West have there, George, Harden, and Butler, are insane, and it's going to be very tough for the East to match that kind of talent. Now, small forwards. For the West, I have Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, and Brandon Ingram, who I believe is having a sensational season as a sophomore in the NBA. And he's going to continue getting better. I believe Ingram's on the team because if Kevin Durant is picking the team, I think Kevin Durant has a solid admiration for Brandon Ingram. think he kind of sees a little bit of himself in him, and I believe Ingram makes it as the reserve on this team. In the East, I have LeBron James, Gordon Hayward, and Tobias Harris. Now, Tobias Harris is probably the weaker of the three. Okay, but honestly, to me, this is a push. Okay, I think the small forward, you got KD versus LeBron. That's almost a heavyweight fight. You got Kawhi Leonard versus Gordon Hayward. Kawhi can literally shut down almost anybody defensively. And you got Brandon Ingram versus Tobias Harris. And that's almost the dead even right there. So, I'm going to push on that. Let's go power forward. Of course, the West is going Draymond Green to start. I believe LaMarcus Aldridge is your backup power forward. And I believe Julius Randle is going to be another popular choice. I believe Julius Randle is having a sensational season. And again, he's probably got the attention of Kevin Durant, since Draymond Green and Randle typically have great matchups together. I believe it's that idea of who we played last. Okay. Now in the East, it's obviously Porzingis is going to start. You already know Porzingis is the starter. I got Al Horford as his backup, and I got Kevin Love as the number 3. And to be honest with you, as much as I like Draymond Green and Julius Randle, Porzingis throws this over the table. Okay, Porzingis is by far the most talented power forward in the game of basketball. He's got the ability to pass, to shoot, to drive, to score, to defend, to rebound. I mean, he's an all-out player. Very tough for the West to even come up with defending. So I think he alone tips the scale to the East. Now, let's go centers. For the West, I got DeMarcus Cousins, of course. His current teammate, Anthony Davis, of course. And in third, I got Towns, because I think Towns is in that conversation as one of the better young centers in the league. That 3 combination right there, there's no beating that combination. Okay, those 3 centers right there, there's no 3 that the East can put together to match that. But they're going to try. And what they're going to come up with is Whiteside from Miami. They're going to come up with Miles Turner from Indiana. And then maybe the center from Detroit. I believe his name is Draymond. Now, here's the thing. The West has a far better center position, who can spread the floor, they can shoot. And I believe that's the difference. Okay. Now, I also believe that the West has the more of the talent spread. I do not believe the East will be able to keep up with the West, but I think that this is your best rosters. I'd love to hear what you think your rosters. Come up with your own. Let me know in the comment box. What's your East versus West? Like the video. Hit that bell for notifications. And again, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Have a great day. And peace. Duncan's out.